Today we're going to be doing a preventative maintenance on the Scotsman Ice machine. Oh, and side note, if you see a constant drip of water coming out of here, that usually means that there's a big slimy mess inside here. So we're going to find something yummy, I'm sure. Now that the front panel is off, these screws are taken out here and here. Take that off. You're going to turn this off. So that should say 0, which means off. Then you're going to take out these 3 finger screws up here and then take this lid off. You can go ahead and unplug this. You can also take off this front panel. Doesn't need to be on there. There are 2 plugs right there to have to come undone. You can also go ahead and take these off because these don't need to be there. They need to get cleaned in the sink. Same with that one. All right, now that that's off, that's the cover to this was off, and then there's a little cover that just slides back and moves out of the way. You're going to want to clear out all this ice. All this ice is going to get melted away. You can go ahead and take this cover off just by lifting that up and out of the way. And you're going to turn the water off by pushing that up. You may have a different method to shut the water off. As long as the water's off, it's fine. And you're going to want to drain that out. There's a good shot of some of the nastiness that we're gonna see up in there. That's the drain line for the storage bin. And it's all full of slime, probably all the way up into there. Okay, then you're gonna take some warm water and you're gonna pour it right down inside there to melt away all this ice. Because the cleaner does not work if your evaporator's covered in ice. So you wanna melt that all the way. All right, once you're satisfied that there's no more ice in there, you're gonna plug this back in so your cleaner doesn't go down the drain. And you're gonna go here. You're gonna pour your Descale solution directly into here. There's also a thing that you move, unscrew this, and you can slide this up to where the cleaning level is more in line with the top of this evaporator. You can also throw your cleaner right in there and then go ahead and hit the clean button. That'll run for 25 to 30 minutes and just let it do its thing. In the meantime, we're gonna focus on getting all the ice out of here. You can also remove this, which just turns backwards. Hopefully somebody didn't tighten it up too much. And then this comes off as well. So for removing the ice, you can do it one of a couple ways. You can scoop it out of the top and transfer it over here to the sink, melt it away, or you can put your bucket there and hit this button right here that says dispense ice, and it'll just come out for you. This obviously takes a lot longer. So once you have a majority of the ice out or all the ice out, that screws off. So once that's unscrewed, that comes up and out, as well as this one. Set these off to the side. And then this has to come out, these finger screws. That comes out, and then that comes out, and then that comes out as well. Set these off to the side. And get a look at that nastiness that I was talking about. So that kind of discolored stuff, I cleared it out of the way from the bottom so this would drain, but essentially that's just one big booger that ends up blocking the hole. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spray everything with some ice machine sanitizer. I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna scrub everything, and then I'm gonna rinse it out. Once it's nice and clean, I'm gonna clean these parts one by one and start putting it back together. All cleaned and rinsed out, we're gonna hit it again with our sanitizer and just let our sanitizer dry on the surface. Now we clean and sanitize all this. All right, important kind of side note, make sure you don't get water inside these 2 black holes. That's 2 eyes that look at each other to tell the machine whether it's full of ice or not. Everything up here is all put back together. That's on there, those pieces are back in. And then this sits here it does kind of clip around this so that that doesn't slide backwards and fall off. And then you can go ahead and put your thumb screws back in because this section is done. We still need to clean this water trough, the water tube, as well as this drain hose. We can actually pull this off right now. It's just attached to the bottom of the storage bin, and that usually gets full of slime and buildup. And then when this is done, when this is done cleaning, we'll pull this hose off. We'll pull these hoses off, which those are just overflow drain hoses so they can get out of the way. And then we have to clean all that crap out as much as we can. So my clean cycle just ended. That's clean, that's clean, that's clean. I cleaned this out. Last thing we need to clean is we need to clean this, and we need to clean this. Oh, actually, we need to clean this as well. This is the condenser. There's a pre-filter that needs to get rinsed out in the sink, and then that just needs to get brushed out and then blown out with some compressed air. So this is in the up position, so my water's off. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this, let it drain. We can lower this back down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and scrub in here and then rinse it so everything runs down the drain. And then I'm just gonna disconnect this hose. So these are the water level sensors. They come up and out of there. They're kind of difficult to pull out sometimes, but you're gonna wanna wipe these off, get that stuff off of them, that nasty growth. And then, oh, actually this needs to get plugged back in. Don't wanna forget about that. Your machine won't run if this isn't plugged in because the machine will think it's full of ice. Anyways, spray your sanitizer in there, use a brush of some sort, and get these walls really good all the way around. You should get the float. And then get something that you can pour water down in there to rinse everything out. Now that it's all scrubbed and rinsed out, it doesn't hurt to spray it again with sanitizer and just let that dry in place. Now we're gonna pull this hose out. The way we're gonna do that is we're gonna disconnect it from here, and then we're gonna disconnect it from here, and then that lifts up and out, and then we're gonna take this to the sink and use this here brush to clean it out. So all cleaned, put back together. I cleaned that out the best that I could. It still looks kind of cruddy in there, but stuff just won't come off. Doesn't hurt to spray some more sanitizer, let it dry on the surfaces. This was cleaned out and reattached. There's just an attachment point right up top. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the water and then turn this on. It's not gonna turn on. Code 3 means there's no water. I've blown out my condenser. I'm gonna rinse off my pre-filter real quick and put that back together. And then I think the last step is I'm gonna make sure that it dispenses ice, and I'm gonna dispose of the first 15 to 20 minutes worth of ice. So you're gonna wanna dispense the first 15 to 20 minutes of ice production to get out any residual cleaners that might be in there. Although it's food safe, it probably doesn't taste the best and you don't wanna get any complaints. Hey, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate it. If there's anything that I missed, let me know in the comments. Hope you got some value out of this. I'll see you guys next time.